see the face of love through your eyes.
And welcome back to our English language gathering. Before we start, please invite your tens to join us and turn your cameras on so we may see your smiling faces. Now, with our opening intention. John?
Thank you, Richard. Thank you, friends. This is our opening intention. May we be granted with His light and follow in the ways of the Creator and serve Him, not in order to be rewarded, but to give contentment to the Creator and raise the Shekinah from the dust. May we be granted adhesion with the Creator and the revelation of His godliness to His creatures. Bahasulam, the matter of spiritual attainment. Lahaim, friends. Thank you. Go ahead, Richard.
Thanks, John. Now, with an update on our October Congress and answers for your questions, Zohar?
Hello, everyone. There's someone that didn't smile there. Who was that person? Richard said you have to open your cameras and smile. How dare you not do that? All right, friends. The next big event for us, the next big connection between us is coming up. And before you know it, it'll be here. It's towards the end of October. And this is something that we would love to say that, oh, don't worry, there's a team, they got this and they're covered. There's no such thing. This is something that we have to build between us. We have to make this happen. Make a sign if you hear me okay. I just want to make sure I don't have to fix my microphone or something. You're good. Okay. The hard work starts now. It's there was a small team that worked on finding a place, closing a contract, putting together a budget, putting together, the basic things that we had to set up before we get working. But this is a Congress. This is not a show that I'm buying a ticket to, and I hope I get front seats so I can watch. This is something that we need to build between us, not just in preparation for it. But we have to run this event. We have to make this happen. There's no professional team that's going to run behind the scenes, and everyone else is going to be observers. And everyone here knows the drill. We're all learned and experienced, and know what it takes to put together a successful event of connection between us. So I'll start by saying that if you're wondering when will we start, the answer is now, today. Today we're starting the process of moving towards no longer talking about it, but making it happen. And this will take every one of us as individuals to step up and help and support in every possible way that we can. This will take our tens to be ready, because, what kind of Congress are we going to have if we're not going to come, with a proper deficiency, with a proper, I'll throw in the Hebrew word chisaron, where you have a healthy desire for what we are about to accomplish and what we need to fill between us, or what we need to give between us. And last but not least, we're going to have to put together the cornerstones and the foundations and the logistics and the production and the technicalities and the safety and the nourishment and the you name it, so that we will have a perfect connection between us. So I think I'm not even asking you, I'm telling you, we need to do this. We need to make this happen between us. Not too long ago, last May, was the first big Congress we did in North America. It was, out of years of forgetting what it's like to have a physical gathering, what it's like to have a big Congress in North America, what it is to even, go in faith above reason and say, we've got this, we're making this. I remember close to 20 years ago, at the time, I think Avihu was the head of the department. And he says, okay, Zohar, you're the head of marketing for the Congress. And we want, this time we're going to have 1,000 people. I was like, but we had like 400 last time. Yeah, that's your problem. Let's make it happen. And it was with that attitude that we entered every single time we had a Congress. It was not a given. It was, a challenge. We know what our natures are like, how comfortable we are on our couches, in our homes, in our comfort zones, and how going out and endeavoring towards something like this, even though we know that there's nothing better for us right now, there's nothing better for the whole of creation than us gathering and doing what we need to do. Nothing better for our region, nothing better for our tens, nothing better for the creator than us gathering and doing this amazing connections and jumping on this opportunity. So starting this week, there's going to be an open roster. People are going to start joining teams. We're going to start meeting regularly. We're going to start preparing, not just those who are working specifically on a task for the Congress, but all of us all together, working on the content, working on preparing ourselves, working on making sure that we don't leave anyone behind. My dear brother Chaim promised me last week that there's no question that we will have at least 240, 250. That's not even a question. So here's my challenge to everyone here. What if none of us rests from now till the end of October until we know that we have at least 300 people in a Congress in North America? And guess what? Before COVID, for us, if we didn't have 550, 600 people in the Congress, we didn't even consider it breaking even.
Why should
What's
we
wrong with
rest
us?
at 300?
Say again?
Why should we rest at 300?
That'll be our floor. The ceiling is Ein Sof, 600,000. How's that sound? But this is our challenge. And the challenge is not, who you think is going to get a special prize for selling more tickets or something like that. No, that means that every single one of us needs to be recruited. Every one of us needs to be talking about this in the tens. Every one of us needs to be involved in every possible way so that we build this together. So it's ours. Just like in the concept of buy yourself a friend, you invest in something, it's yours. It means something to you. You care for it. You love it. And this is something we need to build. This is a baby that we need to, give birth to together. I think I'm saying these words, and I don't know why my face isn't filled with joy and excitement, because it is a very exciting moment to think that now we get to do this together. And I know you want details and information and what's, where will we be sleeping and where will we be eating and what will we be eating and where are we going to sit and how are we going to sit and, what time and all that. I got a lot of pressure from the Arvut team this week. I had a very busy week and they said, no, you have to do something this week. Oh, just get some. I was there for a 2-day visit in our Congress site so that we could really learn everything that's there. I took a bunch of footage and I said, I'm not a video editor. There's no way I'm going to prepare now a clip in 2 days and have everything for you to see and everything. But the pressure I received from my friends of importance and greatness and how important it is for everyone to see at least an image to see what we're talking about. So it's not fancy publication. It's please excuse my amateuristic editing skills. But hopefully, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share. Hopefully, you guys, operators, you can allow me to share. And what I will do is I'll share and continue to talk. I did it on, especially, I didn't embed some kind of fancy music theme on it or anything. So it's basically video and pictures that will accompany the rest of what I'm going to say. Obviously, when I'm done with that, if you have questions, comments, suggestions, complaints, you name it, that will be the time to do it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to do this. Let me see if I can do this smoothly. And we're going to do this. And there's no sound, so it's okay. Share. And let me see what you guys see so that I know that we're on the same page. Yep. So our Congress is going to be taking place in one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my lifetime, in a place called Lake George, New York. It's about an hour drive from Albany, New York. So most of us will be flying into Albany. My friend Chris let me know that there's another one, I think, another airport around the same distance in around Vermont. And obviously, once the transportation team gets together and starts working on putting more details, they will be preparing for us, everything of where to arrive, how's the best place to get to, etc. But this is Lake George, just from our drive up there. And this is the ride into the Silver Bay YMCA. I shortened it and I sped it up because if not, you'd be driving on a path for 2 minutes here just watching this clip. But as we're driving up here, you can see on the left, this is the inn. And right after it, this area here, this is the William Boyd Center. This is where our Congress is going to be inside this building. Both these buildings, by the way, are filled with hotel rooms, and we're going to be sleeping. This is the view from the front porch of the inn. I just saw this picture and I said, you know what? This is exactly what we need. There's a porch with like 1,000 different rocking chairs. We're going to sit around and be in brotherly love between us. Let's get into a little bit more details. The area where we're going to be, the expanse of this property is huge. We basically bought out the whole place, which means there are no other groups. There's no one else to disturb us. There are no neighbors. We can be up all night, all day, as long as we want to. We can fit ourselves to the General Congress flow that is in around the world. We can do a hybrid event. We can do whatever we want. We can eat in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day or whenever we want. We have everything to our avail for us to be working with. This is the entrance to where the Congress is going to be inside, and you'll see soon we'll see some images from the inside. This, for example, just those of you who will probably be volunteering and working on registration, kind of a nice entrance to the place. Look at that beautiful entrance. There are a million different nooks and crannies like this that are right in the entrance. This is the entrance to the hall. Right here on my right is the hall. If we go up the stairs, that's the William Boyd Center, which is some of the fancier rooms. But every building here, and there are many of them, have not only the main halls that we're going to be using, but multiple side halls and little rooms and big rooms and places where all kinds of activities can take place. This is our room. This is the one of the views that we're going to start seeing the actual Congress. It looks like very long when you're looking here, but this is from right to left, not from the long side. This is just the short side to see what the width of this is. The room actually goes long ways this way, so it's huge, it's immense. It could accommodate as many people as we want. We could easily get 500, 600, 1,000 people in there as well if we wanted to. As you can see, the room's expanse there. You see the beautiful view behind us. This is what we see. This is, I was mentioning that there are, if this is the Congress site, just adjacent to it, you have rooms like this. This is like a side room with where you could fit a whole other Congress here if you wanted to. But if there were activities, if there were breakouts, if we wanted to do different activities, imagine how great that would be to have all that to our avail. This is one setting, the way they have it set up, and you can imagine we could have it in all kinds of ways we could set this up. We have several ideas. Actually, what you're seeing here on the side here is where our bar is going to be. And look at this service area where we're going to be serving food. Everything is state of the art, coolers, heaters, warmers. For those of you who are like me or are crazy about the kitchen and wants to already start cooking for the friends, a quick, fast forwards to see what we're dealing with the kitchen. We might have enough room for cooling our stuff in these big cooler rooms. Look at the space that we're having. Every piece of equipment here is all ours. We get to use it all. Fancy, all the dishes, everything that we want. You're worried about washing dishes? Not to worry. There's a state-of-the-art professional dishwashing system that you put it in there and it automatically goes through and does everything that we need. Prep areas, every kind of possible thing that you could need to cook, to the dishes, everything in a professional kitchen, ovens, stoves, fryers, you name it. We've got everything that we want. We can have the best meals that a Congress ever provided. A picture is worth 1,000 words. That's why I wanted everyone to see this also, that we're going to be eating well, that's for sure. We have to feed the souls. Of course, we have to wonder, where are we going to be staying? And the YMCA, the Silver Bay YMCA is like a city. It's got something like 4 major inns that have like hotel rooms inside them. Some are the newer ones, some are the more basic ones, but they're all, hotel rooms. It's not Pennsylvania where we had, someone custom made, little children's bunk beds and stacked them in a corner like that. And, if you're more than 3 foot tall and weigh more than 40 pounds, you can't fit into them. These are rooms. Even the lower, more basic rooms are rooms with beds and and are have privacy and have nearness to the event. Not only that, everything that we're talking about is in one grounds. No one's going to be driving at night back to their place. No one's going to be going on getting an Airbnb that's nearby, because you name it, we've got it. We've got like those 4 big inns, and in addition to the 4 inns, there are about 10 cottages of different styles and levels that are ours also. So get a few pictures of what we'd be expecting. Those are the 2 major inns where the Congress is, and some of the basic rooms. You can see some of them are fancier, some of them are less. This is more of a basic room. Some of the medium rooms here. These are the cottages that we're driving by here, and you can see every one of these buildings is an actual house with multiple rooms and kitchens and everything, and bathrooms and everything that you need to have. For example, if a 10 wanted to be in one house, all the 10, it would be an option. And look at the beautiful view of where we're at. This is just a spectacular place. Some of these places are, you can see common rooms like that with their own bathrooms. This is a more basic room, and you can see it's even the basic room. It's still a room with beds and a bathroom, and we're good. This is one of the higher tier rooms, like in the William Boyd Center. You can see this is a fancy hotel room, and there are some of those rooms that we will also be offering to some of our friends. This is like I was so impressed. I had to go through a walk through this. Out of all the cottages, this is called the Oak, and it's like every one of us would drool to have a house like this. It's like a very fancy modern cottage that has 2 floors of rooms and spaces, and get a little impression of what some of the higher end rooms look like. It's very, very spectacular to see the beauty of it. There's a whole house below, and then if you look at here, this is the living room, and there's like every one of those cottages has like screened in and open porches and barbecues and everything that anyone wanted to do there. A little picture here, you can see this is Lake George. Once I have acquired this clothing, sparks of love begin to shine within me. The heart begins to long to unite with my friends, and it seems to me the feet dance in a circle in love and joy together with them. There we go. And I think that is my fancy schmancy video that I put together, and I think I should be promoted to a video editor next. And just to tell you that what we've done is because we have so many possibilities and so many options here to work with, we can offer also kind of tiers of what to help our friends. So we understand that some of us, I don't know, we're just, I heard this said to me many times, we're getting a little older. Some of us need a little bit more comfort. Some of us are, can't sleep on a mattress on the floor or on some bunk bed like that, and we need some kind of extra comfort. And some of us, like even more than that, want to actually have a private room. We want to have, some kind of, sense of, what, I'm willing to pay a few more bucks, but I'll have, something that's more up to the standards of what I'm used to, versus others who might have an opposite issue of, I want to be part of this, and there's no question I want to be there, but I can't afford, some kind of premium payment and all that. what's the best budget way we can allow for me to be there. And so the registration, which is almost ready, but it will be open because there's this last little hiccup that we're working on making it up. I was really hoping that when I came here today, I would actually give you guys a link and say, here, this is the registration. We can start today. Who's the pioneers who are going to start and start giving the example to all of us so that we know that we actually vote with our feet, not just with our mouths. And so there will be 3 different tiers. There will be a place for some people to be able to get a little cheaper, more budget friendly tickets, which will probably mean that they will either be in shared rooms or in one of the more basic rooms. Let's put it that way. Maybe in some cases, rooms that have common bathrooms that you have that's shared between a few rooms. Possibly even in the room in a cot or a pull-out couch or something like that, in order to be able to afford to make it a budget-friendly ticket. The majority of us will be using what we call the comfortable medium of the medium registration, and we'll probably be staying mostly in either in one of those inns or in one of those cottages, depending on our requests and who else is coming from our tent, and if we want to be in the proximity. And then there will be like a slightly more premium tier where those of us, like I said, that want to have a little bit more privacy or a little bit more modern experience, and can afford to pay a little bit more in order to get that. I just wanted to say that the planning of and getting to where we are today and having all of this set up where we are now, it's built upon all the feedback that we received from last year. We had, extensive meetings and going over everything that everyone, reflected on from last time. Yes, the experience was amazing. Yes, wow, like every Congress, the experience of the Congress is awesome. And the but is, but I had to drive home at night and the dark roads there, and I had to get to an Airbnb, and it cost me extra because of that. And the hall obviously couldn't hold all the people that we wanted, and it rained, and all those things. This is nothing like that, and this basically covers every possible question that we may have had as far as comfort and making up for the deficiencies from last year. The Congress site itself, the place where we're going to have the hall where we can do all the activities, is fully equipped. Everything that we could possibly need is included. The staff is very, very helpful, and they're excited to serve us in what we want, but we get to serve ourselves. This is not a place where we're not coming to a hotel with catering and waiters and chefs. This is us. We're cooking, we're preparing, we're serving, we're cleaning, we're doing everything ourselves. And so this helps us on one hand to keep it within a budget-friendly price. But I want to also let you know that because of the event being worldwide, and because we are in an opposite time zone to the rest of the world, chances are some of our activities will take place in weird hours. Why? Because we want to be part of everything that's happening. We don't yet have all the information about exactly the flow of the Congress. Some conversations are happening within the heads of departments and the content team. But for now, we know that it's going to be more than likely starting Thursday early morning in Israel, which means that's Wednesday evening or Wednesday night for us. And so we actually had to add in an extra day so that we would have 4 days in this place. 4 days, meaning from Wednesday afternoon till Saturday afternoon. Now we'll see if they spring on us. Oh, we decided we're going to add Sunday there also. Then we'll have to talk about what happens if that happens. But this is BB. You never know what comes tomorrow. But for now, we're talking about 3 nights, 4 days. It's more than we've had before. All meals included, all hotel rooms, everything that we have to accommodate ourselves. Soon we will set up a transportation team to help people who are flying in from out of town, and maybe try to create a team that helps either transport people from Albany to the retreat to the Congress site, or and back, to make sure that everyone has maybe a bus. Maybe we have to see exactly where we're standing, and obviously that will go up on the registration as well. More than likely, we'll share the expense on that as well, and that's where we are right now. I'm not going to give you any other spoilers of information that I don't have for sure. I'd rather I give it to you as we're ready. But now, if you have questions, comments, suggestions, complaints, anything you want, I'm here. And I don't even know where I am on time. Did I already go over my time? I promised you, Rena, I'd give you 3 minutes. So was that more than 3?
You're doing fine, Zohar. There is a question regarding if a person is not part of a 10, are they allowed to attend?
Yes, and maybe in future weeks we can talk more about the content and the approach in as far as our connection. We understand that even if you are in a 10 and not all your 10 can come, so what, are you not going to go to the Congress? This is a Congress that is, we're encouraged to all participate in. And we would like everyone to be there with your 10s in every possible way. However, and it happens, sometimes, um, people are either in between 10s or not able to be in a 10 right now or something like that, that they can participate during the Congress itself. If there are workshops, we can always put together tables where there are people who don't have full 10s or like we do usually in major Congresses. But we will, there are several big agendas for this Congress, not just, obviously, we know that the prism of our work is in the 10, but we have to sometimes expand and sometimes constrict. And in this expansion, we're including our region, we're including our Kli. We want to make sure that we realize that we're not a bubble alone in this world, that our 10 is not alone. It's just the way we access the system. And so everyone is going to be there, whether you're in a 10 or not in a 10. New students, veteran students, we all want to be there. It's part of the agenda is for us to be incorporated in each other, for us to feel each other and to have that identity of a group, of a region, and remind ourselves that we used to be once the North American Kli. And I know there are people here from other places also, but part of this major group here that has a common interest and a common challenge and a common workplace that we have to work with.
Thank you, Zohar. I have a question. We have many friends who are going to be traveling in. What's the earliest that they can arrive on Wednesday? And what is the latest we can leave either on Saturday or Sunday?
Right now, because we have to be ready for Wednesday night for the activities, we have the place from Wednesday morning to start working. So whoever's coming in on Wednesday early because of early flights or because they just want to come and help, we're going to put you to work. And on Sunday and Saturday, the activities usually end around lunchtime. We will have time to break down things and clean up and set up the place. I understand that there are several people who asked about Sunday, whether they could stay there Saturday night and leave on Sunday. I'm pretty sure the place is vast enough that if we offered them that we have a group of people who want to stay there Saturday night, we may not be able to provide meals and stuff like that, but they do have a dining room there, and you can, the place where we're going to have the Congress will definitely be able to buy a ticket for a meal there, and we'll probably get some kind of special deal on that night for whoever really has to stay a few hours more to make a flight the next day. So that's an option. I can't give you the details exactly, but my guess is for those special cases, you'll have to we'll communicate and try to negotiate something with the place. They're very, very friendly with us, and hopefully they'll accommodate such special requests.
Does anybody have any outstanding general questions? If not,
In the chat, Richard.
Joey, you got a question?
Yeah, when will we start to put together Congress committees? Where to sign up, how to find out, that sort of thing.
Right. This is the launch. I promise this week, the Arvutz team and myself and other people who are working on this will put out a proper invite for everyone to start joining teams. And no need to mention all of them, but you know what we're talking about. We have everything from tech to logistics to production to security to ushering to rooming to registration to transportation, obviously kitchen duties and more. So there, anyone who first of all, everyone is expected to take a part in something, but anyone who wants to take a significant part or to take an actual lead on something, please, um, you know, volunteer. Come, step forward and say, "Hey, sign me up. Let's make this happen." You'll hear more hopefully in the next couple of meetings about how things are happening. I'm guessing also very soon, if not next week or the week after that, we will also have a general Congress meeting every week. Will be a status call where team leads are going to meet, and everyone's invited to at least participate and hear and take part of it. But definitely all the people who are on the teams and leading teams will be in that weekly meeting where we're going to have our quick run through all the different departments and how things are going. And if everyone's like just bursting at the seams and like, oh, I can't wait for that invite to come out, write me and I'll make sure that you're included.
Thank you, Zohar. We also have a question regarding booking rooms. Will it be something we should be doing online with the site, or will we be doing something in-house for ourselves?
This is all in-house. Like I said, I mentioned the 3 tiers that we were going to have: the more economical one, the middle of the run one, the comfortable one, and the let's say we'll call it the premium one. Those 3 tiers will be on our registration page. When you sign up for the Congress, it'll be included and you won't have to do anything more. There'll be a rooming team that will be making sure that, according to your special requests and what you paid for, and you'll get the perfect room that is suitable for you.
Sorry, can I just
Thank you,
follow up
Zohar.
on this
Go ahead.
question? So it will be on like Kabbalah website or Wood website where we go to congresses and then we can pay for the room, correct? If I understand that correctly, or like
Once the registration is up, Kenya, then you will have one place. You'll go there. You'll see all the information about the Congress, but there'll also be a registration page. And when you register for the Congress, you'll choose one of 3 options, either to the low, medium, high price to get a specific room according to your needs. You'll have a place to fill in all your information and comments. And once you paid for that, then that's it. You're paid for the Congress and for the room and for everything. It's all one thing.
And one more, please. Can we bring kids this time? Like, is it going to be arranged or?
There's talk about it. There's talk about it, and I'm hoping that will work out for you guys. More about that. I'm not going to talk about that personally, but I'm sure in the next couple of weeks you'll hear also what's the plan for that. I know that there are people planning on having some kind of as we know, BB congresses don't have kids congresses. They're not part of the same thing, but the grounds are big enough and vast enough, and there are buildings and spaces and cottages and places that could accommodate easily families and kids and stuff like that. The details will come very soon.
Thanks, Zohar. And be sure to start planning your travels and budget for this Congress. Now, with more impressions from the head of our tens exercise. John?
Thank you, Zohar. Thank you, Richard and friends. 113 friends. Thank you for making this connection possible, friends. Dear friends, today we will hear some reflections from the perspective of the challenge that this exercise head of the 10 represented since it was presented. We will hear from friends who courageously embrace the new head of the 10 exercise. Like many of us, these friends began with questions, with hesitation, even a little bit of resistance. So how can one friend become the head without creating separation? That was one of the questions. How do we preserve the equality while strengthening the responsibility? So friends, if your tent still facing this challenge to jump into this exercise, you're not alone. Just keep going. The Creator will open the way for all of us. So today we will hear from friends who, as they enter into this exercise together, something unexpected began to emerge. What first appeared to be a new role became a deeper opportunity for self-annulment, mutual support, and love of friends. So they discovered that the true strength of the head of the tent does not come from one friend, but from the entire tent elevating and supporting and uniting this friend behind all of us. So their experience has shown that this exercise is not about leadership. It's about connection. It's helping transform the tent into a more unified vessel where every friend learns to care more deeply for other friends and for the common goal. So as we prepare for this upcoming Congress, 2026, these reflections will offer practical experience and inspiration to build stronger tents and to be ready for that Congress with a deeper sense of mutual responsibility and as one man in one heart. So let us listen with open hearts and join them in exploring what the Creator is inviting us to build between us. This is from Toronto 1, representing this tent, Ernest. So go ahead, great giant friend, share your experience. And if you have some questions at the end, go ahead.
Thank you so much, friends. Can you hear me clearly? You cannot hear? Now, can you hear me clearly?
We hear you, Ernest.
Okay, good. Thank you. First of all, thank you so much. Thank you, friends. Thank you, John. Thank you, friends, for being here. A great presentation, Zohar. Huge L'chaim. Just amazing. And what can I tell you? I'm representing tent number 1, Toronto tent number 1. And I must tell you that we started actually the prep and the preparation for this exercise. Okay, we definitely, when it was introduced, we started to learn it, to study, okay, to scrutinize slowly but surely, step by step. We had the beautiful gathering of the tents, okay, here at my house, okay, my new address, okay, and we discussed definitely with our tent also what to do, how to progress. And the feeling of the tent was a bit hesitating. It was not a no, okay, but it was the feeling of not yet, not ready yet. So I felt, so we followed actually what we had, and they started to put together all the information that is available. Okay, the guidance from Rav, the guidance from Bnei Baruch, all the information that was the links, okay, guidance information. Okay, and I decided that I'm taking upon myself, okay, to prepare actually this exercise and introduce it to the tent. The bottom line was at the beginning, I was very hesitating. I was one of those that was really like not about the head of the tent. Now we become a new manager to the tent on top of the Gabay, Shaf, all the other stuff. And slowly but surely, once first of all, the decision was annulment, reset. Okay, start to study the material, put together the key points, follow instructions, and let's see the result. You will not believe what a miracle happened when I started actually to prepare everything. Okay, first of all, I understand that the rotation will be on a weekly basis. So I decided to prepare a plan, a weekly plan, what we are going to do as a tent every day. What will be the role of the head of the tent? So Rav told crystal clear. It was a recording of from the video clip. Okay, it was like 3 definitions. The role of the tent. What it was called the maskir, the secretary. Second will be the Mesheret, the servant. The third was a Kohen Gadol, the big priest. I thought, you know what? Simple is easy. Secretary, we went through it because we have Antonio doing a great job for coordinating our tent. Okay, the servant must be all friends, it's definitely. And they were totally to be what is called the big priest, the Kohen Gadol, actually is my friend. That is the tent Rishonot. The whole tent. Exactly like Chaim Ratz mentioned one of the presentations, okay, who is the head of the tent? The whole tent. Exactly what we should be. And I fit in this frame, and I prepared this weekly program, and I decided to introduce it 1 week before we are going to start, okay, and to share with the friends in advance that everybody will be able to run through it, absorb it, feel it, and see it if it's worked for us. And the biggest miracle was that we had a Yeshivat Chaverim on the last Thursday, Okay, and I introduced the whole program. And the miracle was that all the friends, we have 14 friends in our 10. Out of the 14, we who participated was 11 friends, okay, that participated. The rest of the friends, okay, expressed their input. And the bottom line was that all the friends approved the program as is. No objection, no rejection, nothing. Simply just flow in like you jump into the pool and you start swimming. Simple as this. Now we already started to implement it. I'm running this operation. By this week, I will be the gabbai also, so it will be much more stronger and add on top of what we are doing. Okay, definitely will introduce. Yesterday we had a local community meeting. Okay, so friends mentioned that we are starting the preparation for the North American Congress. Not from today, we started already from yesterday. Irene is here. Okay, presented already the main direction how to go through. So the success depends on the preparation. And we have here there. And the bottom line, I must tell you that so far the friends are cooperating. We are doing well. We are feeling great. We are coming and we feeling the importance to which extent important. What we are building here. What we are building here is to make the 10 better, make the 10 stronger, and we are building up actually the friends to the next spiritual degree, to build the trust in the friends that each friend is able to be, okay, not only part of the 10, but actually of the community as a whole world. Pretty much that will be what is called aim high. And we are doing it, and the friends are cooperating so far very well. Okay, I'm very, very pleased for this one. I promise that once all the information and the spreadsheet, as I really promised, okay, will be ready for the Congress, for the North American Gathering in October. Okay, we will actually introduce it, and everybody will know about it, will make the preparation, will participate. And the bottom line will be, if somebody is going to take over from me next Thursday, okay, we decided another Yeshivat Chavarim, a follow-up and their reflections, okay, that will be the biggest result and the biggest achievement for this exercise. I hope that somebody of the friends, maybe somebody of the friends in Toronto one who are already connected, it will be just great, okay, to take over next Thursday. And I must tell you, just a huge l'chaim, and thank you very much for this opportunity. L'chaim, Chavarim and Chavarot, success. Super duper Kabbalist.
Thanks, Ernest. And thanks, John. And a special thanks to all of you. Be sure to join us next time with our closing intention. John?
Thank you, friends. Before the closing intentions, a shout out from Hulum from Ethiopia. He just disconnected, but it's amazing. A friend from Ethiopia connecting to us. And to all of you, friends, thank you very much. Closing intention. Society. When people come together and wish to bond, this can happen through equivalence of form, by everyone caring in love of others. By that, they unite and become just one. Rabash, make for yourself a rab and buy yourself a friend. Hi, friends. Have a nice week. Go ahead, Shelly.
ואם הים מקיף אותך סביב ולא נשאר אוויר במפרשים ואם הלב שבור לרסיסים כן דווקא אז פתאום רואים ואם ההר עוטף אותך בצל אתה לבד טועה בערפל תיתן לי יד ביחד נתגבר אור אחד ניצוץ בערפל